Good morning this morning. I have on my blue t-shirt underneath. I'm about to freeze to death this morning. But I have on my ugly Christmas sweatshirt. It's one I made myself. I have on my blue t-shirt underneath to try to stay warm. It's a little chilly up here. I know some of you are a lot colder than I am. We're going to put on some makeup really quick this morning, and we're going to go from a day look. Hey, David. We're going to go from a day look to a night look. Hey, Gail, how are you this morning? Primer first. Where's my primer? Can't do without it. There it is. I'm knocking things over this morning. I took all my little gifts I bought. If I move my shoulder, y'all see some stuff sitting up back here? This stuff is gifts I'm going to be giving away. This month for Christmas, I draw Saturday. Anybody that purchases from my website between the 1st of December and now is going to get their name in a bucket to win. I have two prizes. One is our new quad palette. Really pretty. Colors I chose myself. Neutral to dark. Some of my favorite colors I put in there for you. Then I have an individual pressed shadow that I think you will love. I'm going to show y'all how fast makeup is when I'm not trying to be individualized. Hey Nellie, hey Steve, hey Rodney, hey Morgan. It's good to see y'all this morning. Have my 4 drops on my brush. I'm going to dab it around. Remember, I put my primer on. Then I'm going to rub it in. I'm doing my eyes last because I want to show y'all something that you can do if your husband invites you to dinner or it's Friday and you have to go to work first. Maybe you're going dancing or to a party, especially this time of year. There are parties everywhere. Now you know that your foundation and your concealer and your eye makeup and everything that we have is going to stay all day. But there is a little something you can do to make a difference. Looking for my bronzer. I've got it down under everything today. You get up in the morning, the kids are fussing and you're in a hurry, you're running late. Your husband wouldn't get up. That's what you're going to do, is the fastest makeup you can do. You're all been out of shape because things aren't going your way. Well, don't get upset. We're going to throw a couple of things in your purse and make life better. So I just put on a little bit of our bronzer. That was it, just to give me a little to the cheeks. Don't have time for a full makeup job, so I'm going to throw my blush into my purse. I'm going to grab my mascara. I'm going to grab my favorite quad. And I'm going to throw them in my purse as well. Now my mascara I can put on as soon as I get to work. Not a problem. I have a new lipstick here. I'll put my glasses on so I can see what color it is. Bought several things during the holiday. It is called Ritzy. Ritzy, Ritzy. Let's see what Ritzy is. Hey, Robin Mountain, how are you? If y'all want to go to Africa, Robin's your guy. In Taba Tours. Okay, here is Ritzy. It's a beautiful pink color. Look at that. Somebody told me they couldn't find a pink. Well, there's a pink, honey, and it is pretty. Isn't that pretty? We'll use that this morning. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. Now, we have on our day face, we may put on some mascara before we leave the house. I'm not going to because I want to show you something. Isn't that pretty, Gail? It's called Ritzy. Hello, Ram. How are you? Beautiful, beautiful pink. I'll show it to y'all again. Hey, David, I always have a cold. It's not a cold, though. I found out since I moved up here, it's sinus. My nose runs all the time. I take a pill every night. But I do have a cold, just a little bit. Good morning, Ram. Okay. I also had that throat surgery, too. If y'all haven't heard me in a while, I ruptured a disc in my neck and I had surgery, so my voice is lower than it would normally be, or that some of you know. I got some new pressed shadows as well. This particular one is a matte finish. Y'all know I told you we have matte finishes, satin finishes, and the little metallic finishes. This one, and they don't want you to get into them. I tell you, you almost have to tear it up to get into it. That or I just don't have the strength. Alrighty. They come in this little box. And with them comes a little tab that shows you the color. Okay? This one is called Astute. Now, also in your packet, when you order one as an individual, you also get this little case for it. It comes in a little cardboard thing. It's just like the quad that has 4 in it, but this one has 1. What I do with my color now, that's crazy. Oh, I left it in there. You pop your color out. They do not want you in these things. There it is. You pop your color out. It's in a little metal base. See? And it plops right down in there. And it stays because it's magnetized. Okay? Then I take my little color, and the front has unique written on it. I want to put it on the back, but I don't want to cover up that little hole. That little hole is where I'm going to push it out when I run out and replace it. I'm going to peel off my little tab that says Astute. And I'm just going to put it back here on the back. Okay? What that allows me to do is lay them all down, face down, and be able to see what color they are. Now, if you're going to keep, it in the little cardboard thing, then you want to put it on the back of your cardboard thing so you'll know what color it is. I like to put it on here because when I'm using it and talking to y'all, I can turn it around this way and say this color is Astute. And I can see what color it is. I probably will go ahead and use the slip cover because I want it to be there. Now then, opening up my presents. Don't y'all love it? The color on this one. They don't put the colors on the outside of the box. And between then and now, I forget what color I got. If you have one of those big giant palettes that's magnetized, you can get these without the palette. If you do, I believe they're $14. If you get it with the palette, it's $18. This color I got just for the very simple reason of it's the holidays. And I wanted something sparkly. And this color is called Exhilarated. Wait till I show you this one. That one opened much, much easier. I'm going to open up my little case. Pop Exhilarated in there. Pops right in. Put my little tag on the back. Who says makeup isn't fun? This is like opening presents right here. And there we go. Now, if I had time in the morning and I went ahead and I put on all my makeup, then I can just grab one of these, throw it in my purse, and run. Pick the one you want. This one has a little glitz to it and glitter. Can you see the glitter in it? I don't know if you can or not. But it's got a little bit, I wouldn't say glitter, I would say metallic. It's like a gold metallic. Okay? I need my exfoliator. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Greg. Could be David. Could be. I have congestive heart failure, but I live with it, and we take care of it with medication. So I don't worry about that much. When it's my time to go, it's going to be my time to go, and according to my numbers, I'm real healthy. So I'm going to let it be that. Our lip exfoliator is sugar-based. Great for your lips. Okay, thank you. Are you a doctor, David? Hey, Susan. Hey, Kim. I'm exfoliating my lips with our lip exfoliator. It's a sugar base, and it takes all that dry skin off your lips so you have nice, soft lips. May not matter to you, but it does matter to your husband. Hey, Vanita. Okay, thank you, David. Hello, Pastor Joseph. How are you? It's good to see you this morning. I hope everything is good in Africa for you. I take a Claritin every night, David, before I go to bed, so that I can breathe at night. It seems to work. In the mornings, I'm pretty stopped up when I first get up, and as the day progresses, it gets better and better. So, since we moved here to Kentucky, it's much better than when we lived in Mississippi. When we lived in Mississippi, I was so congested all the time. It was just rough. Okay, I think I've got some things ready here now. In the morning, you had a little more time. Thank you. Okay, thank you, David. I appreciate all your information. Okay, we're going to start out with a normal, everyday look. I have on my foundation. I have on a little bronzer. And I'm going to put on, these are my shades that I chose for the day. Y'all know I usually go kind of light during the day. I use my Splurge Cream Shadows. But since I'm going to use, I don't have on my concealer yet. Since I'm going to use powdered shadows this morning, I'm going to put a little hold on a minute. Can't do two things at one time. Too old. Okay. This is the eye primer. I'm going to put on a little eye primer because when you use your powders, they like to fly off, and I don't want them going anywhere. It looks like foundation, but it goes on clear, so you don't have to worry about any colors, okay? We all know I'll do my eyes before I do my concealer because I don't want all the, let me get my little containers over here. I don't want to deal with any color that might come down. So usually my concealer is the last thing I do. And I do it before I do my bronzer. Now, am I ready here? I have to get my powder brush. And I'm going to take my lightest color and I'm going to put it all over my eyes. I always put a light color. That's not the brush I want. I put a light color all over my eyes. This is our deluxe brush, and it's the one that I want to use today. My eyes are so dark that I need something to lighten them up. Always have. This is not white. It's kind of I would call it a seashell color. It's not an eggshell, it's a little darker than that. But I'm going to just put a coat of it over my eye. Eyelid, center, upper eye, everything. When it goes on the brush, I don't know if you can tell, it's probably the lightest brown that you'll ever have. And we are just going to put a coat over everything. And then I'm going to pat it here on my eyelid because I want it to stay. If you pat, you get more color. Hey, I'm Veer. You get more color, okay? Now, I'm going to rub that off, but I'm not going to use this brush again today. I'm going to go with my smaller brush. This is my double-ended brush, my shadow liner brush, my favorite brush of all time. And I'm going to take a little bit of this pink color and put in my crease line, okay? I better get a mirror. Okay. Boy, I got that everywhere, didn't I? I'm going to put this in my crease line here. This is going to be my transition color. There is color there, even though you can't see it, I can see it. And as soon as it goes on, you can tell that the color that I put on that y'all probably thought was white was not. See there? I'm sort of blending this at the same time. This little brush allows you to do that while controlling where you put it. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other side. Your light colors don't need quite as much blending as your darker colors do. Hello, Teresa. I guess because they blend so well together that you just end up with a nice blended eye, okay? You don't end up with a lot of stuff on your eye. So let's say that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put on my concealer. I'll get my concealer brush out here and get my concealer. I'm getting ready for work. This one is almost empty. I don't know if you ladies are like me, but just because it doesn't squirt out the end doesn't mean there's nothing in your tube. There's a lot in your tube, and when you get down to where nothing will come out of the end of your tube anymore, cut the end off, cover it with aluminum foil, and sit it up this way, okay? I'll show you how to be cheap. Larry says I'm frugal. I say I'm cheap. Because I am. Okay, I'm going to put my concealer on so I cover up these dark circles under my eyes real quick. Y'all know this is my favorite thing in the world because it does exactly what I want it to do, and that's cover up these dark circles. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I'm doing a lot of padding here. I always pull it over here between the end of my eye and the end of my eyebrows and kind of blend that in so that it cleans up any of that leftover foundation or eyeshadow that I got somewhere I didn't want it to be. Almost looks like I have eyeliner on the bottom. My eyes are so very dark. Okay, see the difference in the two eyes? The dark one and the light one? Concealer's fabulous stuff. Just covers up every little thing that you did not want there. I was in such a hurry this morning, I probably should not have put on my bronzer, but that's okay. I'm going to blend this in. I'm going to come back with my, I'll get this out of here. That tiny little bit that I put on my hand got down in this brush, and boy, it is something. But that's okay. I have that great brush cleaner that we had on a special this week, or last week, or last month, and I can use it. Now, that would be all I did for a daytime look, other than my mascara. Let me get this and put my bronzer back on. Okay, that would be all I did. I would put on my mascara and I would go. So what I want you to do is I want you to then take your purse, throw in your blush, throw in a darker shadow and a lighter shadow, or a sparkly shadow, or the shadow that you want to throw in. If you have a palette that you love for your nighttime look, like I do, I love palette number 3. It has all my pinks and purples in it. Today I have a pink and beige look going on, so I'm going to throw in palette number 3. Okay? Maybe. I may throw in a couple of splurges. I have a, I put them all up here. I have a brown color, and it's real good for a nighttime look. I have red, I have green, I have all kinds of colors here. For what we're going to do today, though, we're going from day to night. I love my purple so much, I hate not to do it. I'm going to take our new brown color that we got in Astute, this color, which is darker than I normally wear. And I'm going to take my little new gold one. So I'm going to throw these three things and my mascara in my purse, because I'm going to meet my husband later on. Hey, Terry. Hey, Patricia. Lots of Patricias today. So let's just assume that I have on my mascara, okay? We need to brighten up for nighttime, because when you go out at night, people can't see your face. I'm going to take our blush. I'm going to dab it a couple of 3 times, blow most of it off, and just give myself a little highlight of color. I do not want it right there. Okay, all that did was brighten up my face a little bit with that. If you don't have your brush, you can actually use toilet tissue from the bathroom at your work. It's not something I would recommend for every day, but it is something that will work. Then I'm going to go back to my little brush that I have so much control with, my shader liner brush. I can't see, y'all can probably see. I'm going to get in here with my Astute. I'm always afraid I'm putting on too much. It's better to put on too little than too much. You can always add, but it's very hard to take away. I'm going to come in here right at this corner right here, okay? And I'm going to start darkening in my crease. It's not going to take much. I'm going to darken in my crease and all the way down to my lid. I'm not there to cover up anything. I don't want to cover up what I did during the day. I just want to enhance it. See the difference between the two eyes? Okay. We're adding a little bit of extra color to our eye to make it a nighttime look. I'm going almost halfway, but not quite. I'm not covering up all the pink that I put on, that Dusty Rose. I'm just creating a little dark space here. Now I'm going to do something really strange. I'm going to take the shimmer one. Hey, Dana. Hey, Eddie. How are you? Thank y'all for coming and seeing me today. I appreciate it.